I'm gonna go and get the plane.
He's going to tell the police.
He's going to get the police now.
LGBT agenda is really weird.
So this one is trying to block out the gay not queer flag with the trans flag.
Do you think trans people should exist?
What do you mean by that? Do you think I want people who call themselves trans to drop dead? Is that what you think?
Yes.
If you record me, I'm going to smash your phone.
We were talking about the importance of acknowledging sex and homosexuality, and she felt it was trans exclusionary and all that. What's that? Do you want to have a chat?
I think it's wrong, to be honest.
Yeah. It's all gone a bit mad.
You are what you are, and that's what it is.
Make your pride magnifique. For him, for her, for them, for all.
Trans rights are human rights. You will not silence us. Trans people are not a debate. Existence is resistance with bloody hands. They're so dramatic.
I just want to say, if you are trans and reading this, I love you, and so do all my mates. It's very early still, but, you know, people are slowly gathering. Good morning. We're just meeting up with some people, and then we're going to find ourselves a spot to stand with our signs.
Last year I was there with a sign that said puberty blockers are anti-gay. I was there with Ellie, and the two of us were the only ones that had a banner or a sign protesting this gender madness. This year Ellie couldn't make it, but I'll be there with a few others and a few more signs.
By the way, if you want to support my channel and my reporting, then you can do so via Patreon on a monthly basis, or send me some love on a one-off basis if you want to be a bit more casual about it via PayPal, or on here on YouTube via Super Thanks. It's so nice and calm now, but it might just be the calm before the storm. Look at that sky. Oh look, there's a fox. Oh, there he goes. Right, it's so lovely and calm. A fox in the park, a man on the violin. Might all kick off in a bit though.
Yes. Within half an hour I'd be reported to the police, but we'll get to that.
Right, we're just meeting up and getting ready and meeting some of the other people with their signs, and here we have the one and only Eldar. Hey. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you very much.
And you made two signs.
I made two signs, yes.
Right, so this one says homophobia. Homo, that sounds quite nice. Homophobia then versus now. Don't fall for it. Tell me about why you made that sign.
Well, back in the day, people were told to pray the gay away, and they tried all sorts of bogus treatments to try to get gay people cured of their homosexuality. But today we have the big pharma that have stepped in instead of the church and wants to trans the gay away by offering adolescents puberty blockers and selling them a solution to their gender dysphoria by chopping off bits and taking drugs and making them a long-term patient. So this is just sort of the connotation that I want to make, you know, that this is actually the same sort of homophobia that is driving this.
And you've got your other sign.
Yeah, that says sex, not gender identity. And that is because I am same-sex attracted, I'm a homosexual man, and that means sex and not gender identity.
Right, you're not attracted to someone's magical gender feelings.
No, and I don't think gay men can have vaginas and women can LARP as gay men. It's just
outrageous! Oh my God, you're such a naughty gay.
And then I have on the other side here that puberty is a human right. Do not block it. And that is because disproportionately number of gay people are being given puberty blockers, because 80% of those who would not go on these blockers would end up desisting and just growing up to be normal gay or homosexual adults. So, yeah.
Okay, what sort of reaction do you think you might get to these signs today?
Well, I've had one middle finger already whilst we're recording this. So it's going to be mixed feelings, I think.
Yeah, as we're talking, someone with a trans flag came up and flipped the bird in our faces, so I just asked them,
Can you do that again? Excuse me. Can you do that again? You're shy now.
we'll be seeing a bit more of them later on.
Right, and here we've got some other people joining us today. Right, so, hello, what does your t-shirt say?
Well, do you want to read it out for me?
Putting the sex back into homosexual.
Absolutely.
Right, they can have gender, we'll have sex.
Same-sex attraction is a thing.
And it's a beautiful thing indeed.
Without recognising biological sex, there is no homosexuality.
Absolutely.
It's same-sex attracted.
It's that simple. And here we have...
OGB and no T and Q plus. It's just really simplified, and obviously I've been in trouble before, so I didn't want to get too controversial, but yes, LGB without the T.
How have you been in trouble before?
Oh, you know, I do suffer from a bit of Tourette's, where somebody walks past and goes, "Still a man?" And I have been chased down North Street, so yes, I am very I very often get the middle finger every time I go out with my colours on.
And we just had one earlier, didn't we?
We did have a middle finger. I do like them. They get upset a bit because it's the truth and they just can't handle it.
And that was just someone who saw us, just came up to us and decides to flip the bird in our face and then just walk away
there's no
with a trans flag, right?
There's no talking about why we object to the T and the Q and plus. LGB is a sex-orientated. Trans is not.
This morning as I was getting ready, the following came into my mind. We are the naughty gays, we do not go along with all this crazy gender crap, it's also very wrong. It's deeply homophobic, misogynistic too, a danger to our children, so protesting's what we do. Hey!
See, look.
Oh. Right, okay, here's another one of us. So, okay, hold it up. And what does it say? Gay, not queer. Great. Right, we're barely here. Haven't even got ourselves a spot on the pavement. And there's a guy who saw my sign and wanted to talk about it. So I said, "Oh, do you like my sign?" And he's like, "Well, no, I'm trans." So I said, "Why I do like the sign," and I quoted the paragraphs about sexual orientation being a protected characteristic, paragraph 204 and 206 of the ruling, 206 of the ruling. And then he's like, go away. And I'm like, you waved at me to come up to you, so... You didn't realise that I'm a gay man who was happy that my rights are being acknowledged in the law. Anyway, then Elder came up, so I said, well, he's not happy about my sign. And he's like, oh my God, this is transphobia, I'm going to go up to the police.
I'm gonna go and get the plane.
He's going to tell the police.
He's going to get the police now. So he spoke to the police and nothing's happened, so I'll go and speak to the police myself.
Where did you go to?
I've been reported already.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why did you get reported?
Well, because that man over there, you know, he thinks he's a woman and he's not happy with me being happy about the Supreme Court ruling. So.
Honestly, these people are so oversensitive. It's if their whole identity will fall apart if anybody questions them. I mean, what the fuck? What snowflakes?
Well, but he waved at me to come closer to him, and then I talked to him, and then he's like, go away.
That's right. They want you to get into a conversation with them and then report you when you don't agree with them.
Right.
Stupid. Absolutely stupid.
So I just went over to the police myself and we had a little chat about why I was there, what my sign was about the Supreme Court ruling and why that man got upset. And they were like, look, you know, this is nothing for us to get involved in, so have a nice day, basically. And that was that.
Crazy, huh? Right, so here we are, a little posse with our signs in our flags. People are looking a little bit bemused. That street's filling up now. There's lots of people all around to watch the parade, which is already underway. So it'll take a while before it gets here.
There's a thumbs down for us.
Boo what?
LGBT agenda is really weird.
What, you don't think homosexuals should have rights?
We're not talking to you. Oh, you're a dumbass. Never mind. One brain.
What, you think lesbians are penises? No, seriously. Okay, so we're just stood here. People seem to be quite confused by our presence. Some people giving us the thumbs up. We've had at least 5 people go F off or calling us mostly younger people. I would rather actually be out on the pavement so that the parade sees us. But for now, you know, we'll just stand here. Maybe some people want to talk, have a conversation, then that's fine. Okay, the parade's coming around the corner now, so I want to get on the pavement and show my sign.
Good afternoon, amazing people. Welcome along to Brighton Pride 2025. We are Delta Atlantic and Delta Airlines, and it's so good to be joining you for this afternoon. Happy Pride.
Now we're not welcome. Hey, if you record me, I'm going to smash your phone.
Threat of violence now.
It is, yes. Please do not record me.
And here's our friend.
Oh look, they're trying to block her now. That's pathetic, isn't it? Right, so this one is trying to block out the gay not queer flag with the trans flag. Apparently you're not allowed to say gay not queer. What's your problem with that? Hiya.
Hi, free the dolls. Free the dolls.
What's your issue with our signs?
They're trans exclusionary.
What does that mean?
It means you're excluding trans people.
How?
Because they're not on your signs.
Well,
do you think trans people should exist?
What do you mean by that? Do you think I want people who call themselves trans to drop dead? Is that what you think?
Yeah, that's what I think you think.
No, absolutely not.
What do you think then?
Well, look at my sign, right? So, I'm very happy with the Supreme Court ruling because it affirms my rights as a gay man.
But have you considered how cringe it is to be protesting in support of something the government's already fucking doing at every single level?
I'm supporting the Supreme Court ruling acknowledging that homosexuality exists and that it deserves protection under the Equality Act. Now, you just rolled your eyes when I said that, but don't you think that homosexuals deserve to have their rights protected?
Yeah, I do. I do believe homosexuals deserve their rights.
Okay, so we're on the same page when it comes to that.
You, for some reason, believe that trans rights are in opposition to that, because I assume you're a fucking idiot.
Well, one thing that the Supreme Court ruling made clear. But do you think that I mean, the Supreme Court said that trans rights are not diminished by the ruling because they're protected under gender reassignment, which is a protected characteristic, and nothing's changed about that.
So why are you excluding them from your signs?
We're here to stand up for homosexuality and same-sex attraction.
But why can't that include trans people?
Because if a woman identifies as a gay man, the only way I can affirm that is by denying what homosexuality is.
What's it to do with you?
Why is that a problem?
Why do you care?
Because I'm a gay man, and
How does that
harm you?
The recognition of homosexuality?
No.
Well, it is.
Personally, in your life, how does it?
In my life, it is important to me that my rights as a gay person are acknowledged under law.
And it is now.
It has been for a long time.
How does it affect you?
You mean how does it affect me when my rights are not protected? Well, that's the question.
No, the question is,
do you acknowledge what homosexuality is, yes or no? Because if you say that lesbians can have penises, then you're selling homosexuality down the river. If you say that gay men can have vaginas, then the only way that you can do that is by denying what homosexuality is.
You know you're in the minority. Survey after survey.
Sorry, no, I'm having to talk to you. I'm having to talk to you. I can't. Sorry, I can hear you.
That survey after survey shows that lesbians support trans women at a rate far greater than the rest of the population, and that gay men also support trans women at a rate far greater than the general population.
So you're saying I should be a sheep and
the open community? Look, you're already here to protest in favour of what the government is already doing. In what way are you not a sheep?
The Supreme Court judgment is not about what the government is doing.
In what way are you not a sheep?
Right, so on the one hand I'm a minority, on the one hand I'm a sheep. Which one is it?
I'm sorry, how are those contradictory?
Sorry, I can't hear.
And you are following along. How are those two contradictory in any way?
How am I following along?
Because you're here in protest of something the government is already fucking doing.
If I was following along, I would have a sign that says protect the dolls.
No, you're here. You're here supporting something the government is already fucking doing. How is that not following along?
I'm here to support homosexuality.
The current government in power supports what you are doing.
Well, good. They better.
Okay, right. So, why are you here protesting in favour of what the government is already doing?
I'm protesting here because Pride is a protest, right? Pride is a protest. So I have every right to protest all this gender crap that is eroding gay rights. Now we have a Supreme Court ruling on our side. We have a government on our side. So that's good news. I don't believe that men can be lesbians or that women can be gay men.
Yeah, neither do I.
Right, but then you would say that a woman who identifies as a man is an actual man.
No, I wouldn't.
You don't? Yes. Yeah, right, exactly.
No, I'd say a trans woman is a woman and a trans man.
Right, so you use the word man and woman both as umbrella terms for males and females. And I don't believe that. That's an ideology that I don't subscribe to. And if the whole world...
But the real question they keep asking is, why is that a problem for you?
Why is it a problem for me that women call themselves gay men? Because it's not true. And I don't think that gay men fought for their rights as homosexuals for it now to be sold down the river, basically by straight people. Because men who claim to be lesbians are straight men, just because they wear a dress.
The LGBT alliance is minority straight women. What the are you talking about?
That's not true at all. No, it's not.
That's been exposed.
No, that's been debunked.
Okay, sure it has, mate.
It has. They've done their own surveys, and it shows that a third of supporters are lesbians, a third are gay men, and a third are, straight allies. It's good to have allies, right? You just don't want to know.
Mate, I know what you're saying. Okay.
I don't believe that men are women and that women are men. Now, you obviously take a different view, but the Supreme Court was very clear in paragraph 204 and 206 that if you go along with the idea that a man can be a woman, it renders homosexuality meaningless.
Okay, sure, mate, whatever.
But I feel we've come to the end of our conversation.
Okay, sure, mate, whatever.
All right, well, have a good day.
All right, you too.
Right, here's a massive float. It's the Brighton Gay Men's Chorus. But the whole float is decked out in trans colours. There's a message on the side, I can't quite read it, something about trans allies. Right, trans rights are human rights, blah, blah, blah. What about the gays, Gay Men's Chorus? I think they need to see my sign.
Well, this bearded lady certainly saw it, and she gave me this gesture. And this guy seems a bit confused.
Wow, this one's very long. Look how long it is. Right, big NHS float. Just had a very long chat with, I think, an American young woman. She wanted to know about, the sign. and why me and the others were there. So we were talking about the importance of acknowledging sex and homosexuality, and she felt it was trans exclusionary and all that. What's that? Do you want to have a chat?
What's your name, mate? What are you doing?
My name is Menno.
You're recording?
Do you mind? Otherwise, I can just face myself if you want.
What are you recording? I don't mind.
I have a YouTube channel, so I cover different Pride events.
Right, okay.
And I'm here today with this sign.
Right, what's the meaning behind that?
Basically, the Supreme Court was asked, in the anti-discrimination law in this country, the Equality Act, does sex mean sex? Basically.
In what regards?
Like, is a man and is a woman because of sex, you know?
Well, it's what you're born with, isn't it? There's only two types of DNA, X and Y chromosomes, and that's
right.
it.
So that's my view as well.
Is it?
And
big up. I'll be getting in a lot of fights today.
Yeah, and basically the Supreme Court said the same. The Supreme Court said, you know, a man is a...
It's become a law in America now as well, isn't it? It's illegal to identify as another gender that you're not. Donald Trump's putting it in place, isn't he?
It's what he's trying to do.
He's trying to, anyway.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff about this all around the world. So in Australia, for example, it's gone the other way, and now lesbians have gone to court to basically get acknowledgement that they're lesbians.
I think it's wrong, to be honest.
Yeah. It's all gone a bit mad.
You are what you are, and that's what it is. If you don't like it, then get on with it.
Yeah, there's only so much you can change.
Yeah. Especially if you've, like, if you haven't even gone through the transition and you're going in the opposite bathroom, that's a big thing for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
I think someone else disagrees over there, but...
Oh, yeah, okay. Thank you. I think they've seen some of my videos. So basically, the Supreme Court said...
Can I have a link to your YouTube video?
Sure.
I want to watch this another time.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. But basically, the Supreme Court is on our side.
Yeah, well...
About time.
It's ludicrous otherwise, isn't it?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
All right. Thanks for that. I'll tell you what my channel is. Okay, that was a fun chat. Right, so about that, I think she was American, maybe Canadian. We had quite a long chat, and obviously it was easy to tell that we were on different pages on this, but she was very interested. She was polite. She didn't flip the bird or shout something in my face. So we had quite a long chat, and she kept going on about, I think one of her key arguments was, do we have to put people in boxes? Because I said in the Equality Act, you know, there's 9 protected characteristics: sex, gender reassignment, sexual orientation, race, disability, religion. And she's like, oh, but do we have to really put people in boxes like that? And I'm like, well, we do, in order to protect people and to balance the rights of different groups. And she's like, oh yeah, but then we're just labeling people. I'm like, well, you need to be able to say who you're talking about. But we kind of got stuck there. Because as disabled people have a right to, for example, disabled toilets. And what did she say? She said, oh, wouldn't it be nice if we didn't need any laws? And I'm like, well, of course, but that is not the world that we live in. So it's about what different types of people exist, what type of needs do they have, and how do you protect those through policy and law. And another thing that she said was a bit curious is, I said I agree with the Supreme Court judgment, and she's like, oh, so you agree with him? I'm like, who is him? The judge. I said, well, actually, there were 5 judges. I'm just going to pause here. There were 5 judges, 3 men, 2 women. So, oh, what? So you're saying that they're always right because they're judges? And I'm like, no, I agree with this judgment based on the arguments. What else did she say? I mean, it was fine as a chat, it wasn't aggro. And it was nice that it didn't feel heated, it didn't feel argumentative. Obviously, it was a little bit, but it didn't have that sort of fiery, sort of spiky energy to it. And then I explained about, for example, prison policy, and that women have had to fight really long and hard to have single-sex prisons in the UK, and in other places, but I know more about the UK situation. The first person to say we should have single-sex prisons for women
was a bloke in 1777, right? And then in 1823 is when they put the Jails Act in place, Parliament, to give women the right to single-sex spaces. And that's based on sex. But she was struggling with why that's necessary. And she's like, but, you know, and then I said, I'm a gay man. And she's like, oh, so you identify as a gay man. What if I tell you, well, I believe that you're a straight man? I'm like, well, I don't care. Like, whatever. But I'm a man. The point is that I'm a man. I said, I don't identify as a gay man. I am a gay man, and that's based simply on the reality of my sex and the sex that I'm exclusively attracted to. What else? Oh, right. And then she's like, yeah, but, you know, what if we then make a rule that gay men should not be placed in men's prisons? And I'm like, well, on what basis? We're still men, so if I commit a crime, I should absolutely go to a men's prison. And she's like, yeah, but wouldn't you feel safer in a woman's prison? And I'm like, probably, but that doesn't give me the right to go into the women's prison, because when I go in there, it stops being a women-only prison. And she's like, yeah, but so you're saying that you would feel safer there, so you wouldn't do that? I said, well, no, because then I'm infringing on women's rights. Yeah, but you know, you might be at risk in the men's prison. I might well be, but that doesn't give me, you know, it's like women's single-sex spaces aren't refuges for men, whether they're gay or straight or whatever. So she did thank me for the chat, and she said it was good to get my point of view on this, or a different point of view than the one she's used to. So, you know, we introduced each other and wished each other a happy Pride. So, you know, these things are possible and necessary, I think. Right, I'm off for a cup of tea and cake. So I went to this garden just round the corner, and just as I'm making myself a cup of tea, this guy shows up with his friends. They see me, and they quickly turned around and left. So I stayed for a bit, had some nice conversations, and then I went to an event organised by Human Gay Male as an alternative to all the Pride shenanigans. Originally that was meant to happen at a pub called The Lion and Lobster. The details for the venue were only released that morning because in 2025 those are the kinds of precautions you have to take as a bunch of gay guys just wanting to meet up. But as soon as the details were released, TRA's got on the case. They're called Turf Watch Brighton, so they phoned the pub and they convinced them not to host us. Like a private room had been booked, but they didn't even want to serve us in the general bar. So James from Human Gay Male, he found another place, so we met there instead and just, you know, had a few drinks. Ah, God, like, at Pride, they tell you, you're not welcome here, off, and then you go and do your own thing somewhere else, but they don't want you to be able to do that either. Turf Watch Brighton has been very public about what they've done, so James has got all the receipts and he's now using that to start legal proceedings, so I'll keep you posted on that. That's it for me for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao! Thank you so much for watching, and thank you to my PayPal and Patreon supporters. Because of you, I can make videos like this. Special shout out to my big spenders. Help Her Open, Mama Turv and the Turventines, me Julie, the lovely Mary, Julia, Dusty, Judels, Leffy, Dorothy, Wildfire, Esther, and Martha. Thank you.